What's up, boys? We're back. I shouldn't say we're back, but it's been a long fucking time. Well, welcome to this new pod. It's called the Red Zone. We did a little rebrand, but we're just gonna get straight into it. I want you boys to introduce yourselves first before we head into it.
My name is Harrison Korba.
And my name is Odin Levi. I'm a Vikings fan, as you
Hell
can
yeah!
see by the hoodie.
And I'm the Panthers.
All
Right there.
right, we're all some avid football fans, as everyone can see, and let's get straight into it. I'm ready for us to have some big debates. I'm sure some of our takes will be pretty fucking bad, and some of our takes we'll all agree on. All right, so first of all, we're gonna go with the AFC standings. I'll go first. So number one, I have my Bills. Yes, sir, I have my Bills. I'm just gonna say a few things. It was pretty close. I have them going. I'll just spoil it anyways. I have Ravens second. I had it pretty close with the Ravens. Easy. I could see the Ravens easily going over the Bills here, but I have the Bills taking the slight edge in this. I don't really know. We didn't do like records, but I see them maybe going like a 15-2, a 14-3, and the Ravens being like right behind that, like the tiniest bit. See, you boys don't agree? You got something to say?
Not at all. Not at
Uh,
all, bro.
15 wins does seem a little bit generous for that Bills team. I don't know. I'm not
You
super
said
high on them, but
15?
yeah,
Max said
15 is
you said
crazy.
15? No
Maybe
way.
14. They had 13 last year, and week 18 was a Mickey Mouse loss.
Okay.
What was
All
that?
right.
Yeah. But I don't
I don't know.
know, bro.
I like this
Ravens,
team.
I think Ravens got it this year. That secondary is looking gross. Like Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey, and then your Alexander, or his name
J-
is.
Jair, and
Like,
they also picked up
I th-
Starks in the draft.
For
exactly.
sure.
And they have the great D line and Rokon Smith at the mic.
At the
I
helm,
I
yes,
think there'll be
sir.
some. I think they'll be a bit better than the Bills. I do
I think
think
the
the Bills are gonna
Bills,
be second though.
All right, don't spoil your
they're also,
picks. Don't
too, they're
spoil your
lacking a
picks.
little bit. They're lacking a little bit on the running back position. I don't think James Cook is at the level of the Bills team. So I think that's a big problem.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry is just a monster.
I
And
mean,
then also
he had
their
17
receivers.
touchdowns last season. I don't know.
I don't
I don't
know though,
know.
man. The other thing is Josh Allen is basically a running back, so they really got to put their linebackers on him sometimes. That's just what happens. So it's tough because James Cook can just he does not have a lot of pressure when they're all watching Allen. So I don't know. I don't hate
hmm
it. I don't hate Bills winning that.
Okay,
bro.
and then
Everybody's like,
yeah. Oh wait,
what are
sorry.
you saying? What are you
Go.
saying?
No, I was
Everybody's
gonna
saying
move
like,
on. Go.
I was saying that like everybody thinks the Ravens aren't gonna be like, if they want to be that team that goes to like the Super Bowl, they're gonna need some solid wide receivers. I agree with that, but also I think any idiot can catch a ball, and it's really up to like other aspects of the team that are more important. Like the good like aspects of a team that matter the most compared to like is the QB and the O line and the defense, in my opinion. I don't think receivers are as important as some teams think. Like Bengals, for example, they think the most important part is the wide receiver core, which it's clearly not.
Yeah,
They have
they're
a
paying
bad
their
I mean,
defense.
okay,
receivers
okay,
so
hold on
badly.
though, hold on, because the Bengals are an amazing team and they have a terrible defense. You need receivers. You need
Yeah,
receivers
exactly,
to
bro.
win.
100%, 100%. You need receivers. The Bills, understandably, their one is Shakir, which is not obviously not up to par. But the Ravens, their one is Flowers, which I think personally he's one of the most overrated receivers in the league. I don't think he's that good. I don't know what you
Better
guys
than
are thinking.
Shakir.
He sucks,
Yes,
bro.
he's better than
Dave Flowers
Shakir.
sucks.
That's an easy take to say. He's 100% he's better than Shakir. But no, I couldn't see any guy on that Ravens receiver core to really do that well. Like D Hop is washed as fuck. Rashad Bateman, yes, he's not that bad. He's had his moments, but like he's not doing enough out there to be the receiver too. And Zay Flowers is
Yeah.
arguably the worst receiver one in the league. Maybe he's ahead of Shakir, but I
Okay.
just
I don't know.
I don't know. I like the Bills going
Crazy,
one.
just crazy throwing
I
out
like
stuff.
the Bills
All
going
right.
one. Yes,
Okay.
there's a decent amount of bias towards that. I fully understand that, but I have full confidence in this Bills team to be the one seed. Their
Wait, why
I
can't
regular
you?
think
season is always great.
mm, in a weak conference, I'll give the Bills. I'll give the Bills that win.
Bro, you know what though?
NFC though, they're not winning that.
I think regular season, I think the Ravens got it. I think they're gonna be number one seed.
Wait!
But in
Don't
the
spoil!
actual
Don't spoil! Don't spoil!
what?
Oh,
It's
should we
fine.
go
It's
through
fine.
year three?
I'm gonna go through my division winners, and then I'll let you guys do your division winners.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so
Oh,
I'll
okay,
just
okay.
I'll rapid fire them, and then and you guys can say yours. Okay, so the two I already spoiled. I have the Ravens. Like you said, their secondary is gross, even after signing Jair and drafting Starks. So besides that, they really have not done a whole lot this offseason. Third is the Chiefs. Pretty self-explanatory. I have them falling off a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but I just don't see them being as good in the regular season as they were last year. Obviously, come playoffs, it's a whole different story. But I see in the playoffs, Reishi is going to be missing like at least 6 games. They're again, the receivers are not great. I don't know what it is with these top AFC teams having shitty receivers, but the Chiefs have like Rice, they have Worthy, they have Hollywood Brown. That's it. And then my fourth division winner is the Texans. They signed Nick Chubb, which is a weird ass signing. They signed Caleb Robinson for their O line to replace Tunzel, and then they traded for Christian Kirk, which I did not hate at all. And they also traded for C.J. Gardner Johnson because the Eagles needed to dump some cap space. All things considered, the Texans are in literally possibly the worst division in the league. So it's really not that hard for them to get out of there. Maybe a little 10-7, maybe even a 9-8 if you're really thinking about that, because the Texans really are not that good of a team, and no one in that division is really that good of a team either, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna say right now, I got Jacksonville winning that division. I like Travis Hunter. I like
What
Brian
are you
Thomas.
talking about? What are you
Trevor
talking about?
Lawrence is underrated, and he has not been able to perform yet. I hate the Texans. I like their defense, but you can't win with defense alone. They have no scoring capability. CJ Stroud is a bum. This guy did not perform last
Bro,
year.
what?
He had one good year.
Somewhat
He's a
agree.
bum. And yeah, I think they're terrible.
Bro,
The only thing with Jacksonville, I'll say right now, 25th ranked passing defense last season. That's going to need a change, especially with a lot of these teams having star receivers. But they really think they can do it. Texans are going nowhere this year.
bro, you know what you just said about CJ Stroud? I feel
But
the exact same way about Jane Daniels. He had one good year, and that's
Oh
it.
okay,
no!
He's
That's
Oh
catching
all I'm gonna.
strays.
no!
He's
All I'm
catching
gonna
strays,
say.
bro.
Oh
He had one
no!
great
Say that
year.
for the NFC. Say that
He's
for the
got a
NFC, bro.
sophomore slump, the same way CJ went
No,
to.
no, no.
Yeah, bro.
Oh
I'm
no!
telling you.
Oh
Hell no, bro.
oh
All right, we'll get to
no!
that when we get there, bro. All right, here I'll say my division winners quick. I got Ravens, Bills, Chiefs as well. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but I just don't see them losing their divisions.
Yeah.
Maybe the Chiefs could lose, but Andy Reid too consistent. Mahomes, I don't want to glaze him, but too consistent. But then yeah, Jacksonville's definitely winning the South. So I
That's
don't know.
that,
I'm
that's a
standing
hot
strong
take
on
for
that.
sure.
All right, what are your
That
picks,
take is
Harrison?
Do I do all seven?
no. Do
Just do
four.
your division winners.
1, 2, 3,
Okay, I
4 for
got.
division winners.
I pretty much got the same thing. I got Ravens, Bills, Chiefs, Texans. That's not even that crazy to say. They're literally just the best in each division.
Hmm.
Ravens, best in their division, no questions asked. Bills, best in their division, no question asked. Same with Chiefs. And Texans, no questions asked, are the best in the AFC South.
Hmm.
That division sucks, and it's so easy to win.
Yeah.
In the
100%.
North, in the AFC North, I wouldn't sleep on the Steelers, boys. I know what you're gonna say. They're a 9-win team. I
That's
really love them going far this year. That's all
look.
I'm
The
gonna say.
trade
They're
they
No,
definitely
I
a
got
did.
wild card team for
The
me.
trade they pulled off. All they did was stay mediocre. They traded a good safety for a good corner and a mid tight end, and they didn't really improve their team this offseason. They replaced Pickens with Metcalf, but that's more or less the same. They're obviously not the same player, but the same, I guess, skill, the same caliber. It's somewhat the same. You could argue DK is a bit better, and I'd agree with that. But at the same time, that Steelers team is the most mid team. They've been the most mid team for
Nah,
the past like
they
10
they
years.
replaced. Rodgers was getting super clown on last year. You look at his
He's
stats; he really
horrible.
played well. He's really a
He's
great
so
quarterback.
fucking bad.
He's
Aaron
a
Rodgers is
much
so
better
bad.
alternative to Russell Wilson. I
Okay,
think
that's fair.
he's
he's
That's
going to
fair.
not.
make that team go far.
I can agree with
No,
that. I
Yeah,
think he's
Russell's
better than Russ. He's better than Russ.
Russell's better than Rodgers. Russell's better than Rodgers.
nah,
No.
you're
Yes, he
crazy.
is.
You're
No.
Yes, he
crazy.
is.
You're crazy.
That's what's
No.
crazy.
He could be 80
Crazy.
years old. He's still playing better than Russell,
No.
bro. Rodgers is
What are you
so
talking
much
about?
better.
Russ.
You're tripping, bro.
No, he's
Oh
not.
my
No, he's not.
days.
Russell's way
You're gonna
better.
see, bro. Russell's on the Giants, right? That's gonna be a
Yeah, yeah,
horrible team, bro. They're gonna get one
yeah.
win, maybe. Oh my
No,
days.
they have a good team. They have a bad schedule. That's why they're getting one win. Other than that, they have a good team.
The
They
Giants?
got
Oh yeah,
yes.
yeah. They do the hardest schedule. Yeah.
I don't love the Giants.
Oh, all right. Wild card picks.
Okay, yeah, so I'll go into
Yeah.
my wild card picks real quick. So 5, I have the Chargers. They honestly didn't do much. They just drafted some players and they signed Najee, which is really much. 6, I have the Broncos. I like their offseason a lot. They were able to pick up J.K. Dobbins for nothing. They picked up Evan Ingram, which is a perfect place for him. They picked up Talanoa Hufanga. They needed a safety. They picked up him. And also picked up Javon Greenlaw, which helps with their interior D-line. And they also drafted R.J. Harvey, running back, which will probably be the starter if Dobbins is gone next year. I also drafted Jade Barron. I don't know if you know who he is. I don't know him that well, but I know he was not a bad CB in college, and he's not that bad. Yeah. And then Bengals, I had them going the 7th seed. I had them sneaking into that playoffs, and they really did not do anything besides let Trey Hendrickson hate them even more, and they also overvalued the receivers by overpaying T. Higgins and re-signing Jamar. That's all they did this offseason, and I have them squeaking into that playoffs very closely.
I completely agree with the Bengals. Like whatever you just said with the Bengals, I completely agree. And yeah, can I say my wild card picks now? Yeah, so I got the Steelers at the 5, the 5th
Okay.
seed.
Woo.
I got I got the Raiders at the 6th seed.
Oh, I love the
Oh,
Raiders pick. I love the
oh
Raiders
And
pick. I
no.
got them
and
on
I
here
got
too.
and at the 7, I got the Bengals. So
Okay.
I
Okay.
also have the Bengals
So
squeaking their way into there.
you have the Broncos and Chargers missing playoffs, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Chargers are nowhere
yeah,
to be seen. They're going to be a 5-1 team this season. I'm just saying that right
yeah.
now.
Bro,
Damn.
They're the
Broncos
worst
aren't
team in
even
the
that
season.
Broncos aren't even that good, man.
They
Like
are.
Broncos are
I
good.
love the Broncos.
who's even on the Broncos?
Bo
Sertan, Bo
Nix.
Nix,
Sertan Depoy. Sertan was just a Depoy. What? You can't just name drop Sertan like he was just
whatever.
a Depoy.
Yeah, who else? Who else do they have on their team? 2 people. I can name 2
I
people.
just mentioned J.K. Dobbins, Evan Ingram,
Yeah, they got
Talanoa Hufanga,
I'm j-
Evan Ingram, whatever.
they got Cortland Sutton. Not bad. Not a
Cortland
bad
Sutton,
receiver.
not a bad receiver one. He's not a great receiver one, but all things considered, he was pretty good last season on a Broncos team who wasn't expecting to do much with their receivers that season.
And the Bills, Ravens, Chiefs kind of did prove. You were saying earlier, receivers aren't as important as we think,
Exactly,
especially in this
100%.
conference. So I don't know.
You're
I
right. You're
like
Great
the
right. You're
point.
right.
Broncos here. I'm
Great
going
point.
Broncos. I like Broncos at the 5.
Okay.
Steelers 6, and then Raiders sneaking in 7. Raiders are
Okay.
an elite
Okay.
team. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Spicy takes.
rebuilding to be a Super Bowl team. I see it happening in the next 10 years. They got Crosby plus Christian Wilkins is one of the best edge rushing
Yeah, that's
duos in the
scary.
Yeah.
league.
That's scary.
They
100% that's
got
scary.
Genty, of course, Brock Bowers. So I don't know how Genty plays with is he a good catcher? Do you guys know? Do you watch him a lot in college?
Yeah. Yeah. You can do it all. And bro, like
Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Gino, the
I
QB,
like
Gardner
Geno Smith.
Minshew or Aiden O'Connell, whoever they had, Gino's 1,000 times better than the QB
100%.
they had.
Yeah.
Literally a
And Brock Bowers
thousand
still put
times
up
better.
insane numbers
Exactly.
with a
Exactly.
crappy. I don't know.
Literally
I
a
like
thousand
Jacoby
times better.
Myers too. He's not a bad receiver. So I really think this team's going places.
I agree.
Broncos, of course, best defense in the league. Got to make it. Steelers, they just always make it. I think they're going to be
Exactly.
better this year, though, with Rodgers. Um, but yeah, Chargers missing out, unfortunately. Who else? Patriots, I think they're not going to make it. They're not going to quite make it. And then Bengals, they just didn't have a great offseason. So I don't know. That's what we're looking like. Pretty similar picks for us. I guess the only difference was the
The
Jaguars
Denver.
taking the
Oh
South
yeah,
for
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, AFC is fairly straightforward this year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not much of
All
a
right.
competition. Like we all agreed with our division winners, except Odin pulling the
Yeah,
Jaguars
yeah.
out of his ass. Yeah, Ravens, Chiefs, Bills are the top 3 teams in that conference. I don't think there's much of an argument there. They're the teams to beat when it comes to the AFC next year. I don't know. I'm sure you boys agree with that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go off and name my non-playoff teams. So 8, I had the
Wait, one second.
Steelers at. Okay. Yeah.
No, keep talking. Keep talking.
All right. Okay, so 8 out of the Steelers, like we've already mentioned, they're just once again a mid team. Once again, their roster is looking mid and mid and mid. They made the
Nah.
Minka trade. but that trade basically kept them at the same tier. We already mentioned Metcalf and Pickens. I do like them re-signing TJ Watt on that monster contract. They needed to keep TJ Watt. If they let him go, they would be like 5-12 or something like that. Okay, and then 9, I honestly love to see him as much as I am a Bills fan, and they're in the AFC East, and Tom Brady's kind of haunted us in the past a little bit. But I have the Patriots at 9. I love their offseason. They signed a bunch of guys with free agency. Diggs, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know what happened to that cruise or whatever happened to him. But and then they also drafted Will Campbell to bolster up the O line, which I love. What was it? Pick
He's
5, I think.
great. He's great,
He's
man.
gonna be great. He was at Michigan, right? He was great at Michigan. And then they
LSU.
also
LSU.
Oh, sorry, LSU. I don't know what I was thinking there. And then also they drafted Trevion Henderson, which honestly, I think by maybe week 5, week 6, he'll be taking over Ramondre Stevenson for the RB1 reps. And then the 10, I do have the Jags. I am higher on them than last year. They didn't do a whole lot this offseason besides drafting Hunter, but Hunter himself obviously helps them out a lot. And with a healthy Trevor Lawrence, I think they can be a lot better. 11, I have the Titans, actually. I love Cam Ward. I think he's going to be
Whoa.
able to help
Wait,
them
what?
move up the standing. Yes, 100%. I think he's going to help them move up the standings a little bit. And also, very underratedly, they bolstered up the shit out of their O line. They picked up Kevin Zeitler. They picked up Dan Moore. Both of them are going to help Cam Moore. They're going to protect Cam Moore. They're not going to let anybody get through to him. And then also, not really much of a signing to talk about, but I'll just mention it anyways. They also picked up Tyler Lockett. I don't know, Ben receiver. I guess I'll help out Ridley. Maybe give Burke something to look for. And then 12, I have the Raiders. I like
You
what
have
they're
the Titans
doing.
over the Raiders. Oh, you're. What are you talking
I
about,
I
bro?
like
Yeah, what are you
Titans
talking
over
about?
Raiders? The worst team
yeah,
last season.
100%, 100%. I love what
Just
Bro,
the
because they
it's
got the
Titans.
only
first pick doesn't
it's
mean all
Cam
that, bro. Who's he
Ward.
gonna
It's
throw to?
yeah.
Like,
It's
I don't
only
know.
Cam
it
Ward.
is.
He's not like a superhero. It's just him.
I don't know. I just
You
like
can't
the
save the
Titans.
entire
Yeah,
team, bro.
exactly.
I like the
All
Titans.
right.
I like what they've done. Okay, and then 13, I have the Dolphins. They are honestly just
Mm,
getting worse and worse. Tua, he
yeah.
should have retired last year at this point. Like, he's had too many concussions. Tyreek is getting more washed and more washed. Jen Waddle, maybe he'll bounce back a little bit. I don't really know. HN is their only bright light in that team, in my opinion. They don't really have much going on defense either. And then 14, I have the Colts. They signed Daniel Jones. I don't really know if that's going to work for them, considering his very shitty past. And they also picked up a few guys on defense. 15, I have the New York Jets. There's really not much to say about them other than I guess Aaron Glenn's a good coach for that system because they're the defense heavy system. They did sign
Brees
Justin
Hall. I don't
Fields.
hate Brees Hall.
I don't hate Brees Hall. Yeah, 100%. He's good. They did sign Justin Fields, which honestly, it's not a horrible signing. Maybe he'll work out with them. He didn't work out with the Steelers. They also re-signed their guys, and then they drafted an O lineman and a tight end. And then 16, I think this is pretty consensus. I am pretty confident you all boys are going to agree. It's the Browns. We talked about this earlier today. Looking at their schedule, they have a real chance of going 0-17 this season. It's
Yeah,
scary to
it's
look
true.
at. The only teams I think they could beat are like maybe the Jets and maybe the Raiders, but probably not. They really did nothing this offseason. They signed washed ass Joe Flacco and Deontay Johnson. They did draft a few guys. One of them ended up getting arrested for something. One of them dropped like 5 rounds. He was expected to go first round, ended up going fifth. Shadur. And I don't know why they drafted 2 rookie QBs and Dylan Gabriel and Shadur Sanders. I don't know what they're doing. They also traded that Travis Hunter pick. They dropped down from 2 to 5 and they picked up Mason Graham. This team is not going in any future direction anytime soon. I don't know why Myles Garrett re-signed with this team. I know he's looking for that money, but I'd rather take less money on a contending team than more money on the worst team in the NFL.
Bro,
I think they got great individual players. I do like Shador, and I think it was a crime that he went late. I don't know what you boys think about that, but I don't know like what the story was with that. But I like him. They got some good guys. David Njoku, pretty good tight end. I don't know. I don't hate that team. I just don't think they're anywhere close to a playoff team yet.
Bro, you know
Yes.
what the Browns did in the offseason?
What?
Fuck all. They did fuck all.
They
They
got four
in the
quarterbacks.
draft, bro. In the draft, you get Dylan Gabriel before Shador. What are you? They're
Yeah,
just
that's a
they're
disaster.
bro. They're really just having fun, like in the draft. They're spinning a wheel and like randomly grabbing people. You're gonna
That'll be
take
funny.
Dylan
Two
Gabriel
QBs.
and then Shador. I,
Yeah.
And they got
No,
Kenny Pickett too, guy with Super Bowl experience. So watch out for them.
nobody
bro,
Could be
knows
out there.
what
Shador
direction they're in.
Shador's not even on the depth chart. If you have the depth chart, he's not even there because there's so many QBs.
Yeah,
I
I
like
don't know what they're
That's
doing.
bad.
Mason Graham, the D
I like him
tackle
too.
for Michigan.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's great. And but other than that, like they're just gonna be bad. They got Quinshon Judkins, but he just got like suspended, I think.
Yeah, he got
The
arrested
running
for
back from
something.
Ohio State.
Oh
Bro
yeah.
gets drafted
Yeah,
and
like
he
exactly.
hits he hates the Browns so much he has to get arrested to get out of that organization. All right. When do you
Exactly.
boys go? When do you boys go?
We're moving to. Should we go to NFC?
No, no, no.
Yeah,
Say the rest of your standings. You
Oh, I don't got all my teams planned out. I
either
got
do I.
some teams that are going to be borderline close. Chargers, Bengals, uh, maybe Titans, Patriots, but and then there's just a
okay?
bunch of shit teams that aren't even gonna.
Okay, then I guess we'll
Hmm.
move on to NFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you guys can go first, I'll let the guests go first. The NFC.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll go first. Um, what's on my light on home? Um, the number one seed, I got the Lions. Um, number two, I got the Eagles. Number three, I got the Rams, and number four, I got the Bucks. Lions, like everybody's acting like they're gonna be terrible because they lost the offensive and defensive coordinator, but they're still the really complete team that they are. They still have
Mm-hmm.
Dan Campbell, and they just still have everybody. And I think they're better than the Vikings and the Packers. And we
I
don't
don't know
need to
about.
talk about the Bears. Yeah, and then number two, I got Eagles, like Super Bowl winners, most complete team, and obviously the best in their division. And number three, I got the Rams. The Rams are still a Super Bowl contender. They almost beat the Eagles in the playoff game.
Yeah.
And even though the 49ers might be back this year, I think the Rams just proved that they're a better team. And then four, I got the Bucks, stacked wide receivers, great D line, great O line. We got a gritty QB and just a better defense than the other contender, which is Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't know if
What?
Carolina's a contender, but yeah. All right.
Yes, it is.
Here we go. Okay. My number one seed, it's a comeback year, I think. And this has a lot to do with the schedule. The 49ers have the easiest schedule in football next season. For that reason alone, I have 49ers taking the one seed in the NFC, winning the
Wow.
West. They're going to do it. They got consistent QB. They got McCaffrey's back. I know
System
he's gonna be
QB.
out for
System
blood this
QB.
year after a bad season. What?
System
What is it?
QB.
He's consistent. Purdy just re-signed.
He's a
He knows what he's
system
doing. He's
QB.
experienced. At
He's
least
a
admit
system
he's
QB.
experienced.
Okay, but he's
He's
a
gonna be
system
amazing, man.
QB, and he's not that good of a
No,
player. He's just in this right system.
he has targets and he is an elite running back. That's all he needs, man. That's all he needs. They also have guys like Fred Warner, Nick Bosa on defense.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
great
great
leaders. I
defense.
see him. I know they're great leaders in the locker room. I know they're leading this team to success. And yeah, I think 49ers taking the NFC. It's gonna be a great season for them, and they're gonna be back. Half people think they are, half the people think they don't. So I'm a big believer in the Niners. Two seed is gonna be the Eagles. Obvious reasons. They're still elite. They still got all their pieces. Great defense. Really no weaknesses. Great O line. Quarterback is the one thing I'm skeptical about. I'm not a big Jalen Hurts guy. I'm sorry. It's just he's not great.
Yeah, yeah.
Three seed Minnesota Vikings to take the NFC North. Of course, they're taking that. The Lions, they're good, but it seems like their whole team's injury prone. Last season, about half their defense got injured, and it really cost them. They could have been a Super Bowl team. They did beat the Vikings at the end, but that was there's some fluke games, some bad
Yeah,
calls.
yeah,
So let's
they've
just
changed it.
chalk it up to bad refs in those. And Vikings are back for blood. They're going to win that division. McCarthy is going to be amazing. Their whole season kind of depends on him. They have great pieces. They still kept most of their secondary. They got great rushing defense. They got pretty good pass rushers, and great receivers. Obviously, best duo in the league, in my opinion. So it's all on McCarthy. They also They drafted some great linemen. They've picked up Will Fries as well, so their line is very strong this year. So McCarthy's going to have a lot of time in the
and
pocket,
Ryan Kelly,
and he's
the
going to be
center.
throwing the best receiver in the league. So they're going to win that division. Buccaneers in 4. Um, that's also a super weak division. Panthers are not even in the conversation. It's just
Get
straight
the
Buccaneers.
fuck out.
Not
Get
the
the fuck
conversation.
out.
Falcons are gonna
Shut
do better
up.
than them.
Yeah,
And
I think
who?
so for sure. Falcons.
Then
Falcons
who?
are
The
gonna. Falcons
Panthers.
could rival.
The Panthers.
Get
Panthers
the
could be worse in the
fuck
division.
out of here. Get out of here. What are you talking about?
That's not a hot
Falcons?
I
take.
do
That's
like
just the truth.
Mike Evans and
Mm-mm.
Chris Godwin are a good duo. I think they're
And they
very
Yeah.
picked up
underrated,
Egg. And they picked up
especially
Egg
with
Buka.
Baker. Oh yeah, for sure.
That's which is yeah.
I don't know too much about the Bucks defense. Do you boys know about the Bucks defense?
Yeah, they got
I got no.
Vita Vea, who's a
Oh
great
yeah.
D tackle. And
Yeah.
I can't really name names, but they have a solid defense.
Okay.
Great D
Okay.
line.
So yeah, those are the division winners: Niners, Eagles, Vikings, and Buccaneers. On to you, Max.
I sense a little bit of bias there, but I won't judge compared to what I said. Okay. And then for my NFC division winners, I have one being the Eagles. Pretty plain take. They just won the Super Bowl. There's not a whole lot to say about them besides they were just the best team in the NFL. 2 seed, I have the Lions. I have them being slightly worse than the Eagles. I like this Lions team. They're gonna be good. Hutchinson's back. There's not much else to say. Monra is gonna be gross. J Mo's a great wide receiver too, one of the best wide receiver twos in the league. Jared Goff's gonna do his thing once again. Yes, he's aging maybe a tiny bit, but he's still there. He's still in his prime, I guess you could say, and he's still doing his thing. 3, we got the Rams. Not much to say. You guys both said it. I mean, I like the Devontae Adams signing. And I like their young defense. I think that's one of the best young defenses in the league. When you look at their defense, here, I'll pull it up right now, real quick. I actually
Jared
love
Verse.
their defense. It's such a good. Yeah, there's one name. We got Jared Verse. We got Cameron Crowe. We got Byron Young. We got Kobe Turner. We got Braden Fisk. I think Cameron Kitchens is also pretty young. But yeah, this team's looking like. You look a few years ago, they were Super Bowl champs. The year after, they were in the shitter. They had looked like they had one of the worst futures in the league. They had an aging Stafford, the aging Cup, and they decide let's have one of the greatest drafts in NFL history with Kyron and Puka, and then in a few year span with also Kobe and Byron and all these guys. I don't know. I know I have a lot to say about this, but I just love this Rams team. I love that Stafford came back on a team friendly-ish deal. Puka is going to be great as the one. Devontae is going to be great as the two. And then as the 4 seed, I have the Bucks. Odin already said they're just looking like once again the best team in the NFC South. And I see you looking over
We'll
there.
see.
But yeah,
We'll see.
they're looking like the best team in that South again. They didn't do much off season. They have a stacked receiver core. Like you said, Baker's a gritty QB, but he does the job and he does it well compared to a lot of other QBs in the league. And yeah, they're the 4 seed. Maybe they'll go like a 10-7 ish, maybe 11-6. I don't really know, but I like this Bucks team. I think they're gonna do good this year.
For
Yeah,
sure.
bro. Rams defense, like you're saying, like they're all young guys who have a lot to prove. Like Jared Verse he was defensive rookie of the year, and I think he's gonna go on to be kind of like an Aaron Donald
Hmm.
type deal. And he's a lot more he has a lot more skills that he can apply to the team because he's not only just a pass rusher, like he's not just a D lineman, he's also outside linebacker. So
Yeah,
he can drop back in coverage. He can go for like pass rush. He can do it all. And he like especially in that playoff game, he was beating the shit out of Jalen Hurts the
yeah,
whole game. And it was awesome to
Yeah.
watch.
hmm
yeah.
Yeah. They're also
100%.
the only team that I think came close to taking out the Eagles. I don't know if you said that, Harrison,
Yeah.
but
hmm
yeah, I was very impressed
They did
with
let
their
Saquon.
performance last
They did let
season.
Saquon get like 200 yards twice, but yes, you are right.
That is true.
You're
That is true.
100%. You're right. 100%.
All right. Wild card teams. You want to go first, Harrison?
Sure. Okay. What do I have? Okay, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I got Commanders at the 5. I
Okay.
got I got Packers at the 6. They
Oh
always
hell
find a
no.
way. Bro, Packers
They're not
always
doing
find
it this year, bro. They're
You about
not.
to
and then
say
Their winning
Panthers?
7,
streak came to an end.
7, I don't even have to say it. I got the Panthers.
You got the
I'm
Panthers
No
so
over the
pumped.
Vikings
Minnesota Vikings. You're
playoffs.
gonna piss
Bro,
me off, bro.
yes,
What do you mean
yes.
Panthers over Vikings? Okay, give me
JJ
a reason.
McCarthy. I love JJ McCarthy, right? I think he's gonna be great. But this is also the NFL. He's got to get used to it. He's not just gonna go out
Oh,
there and
he had a
play
year training
okay.
under Kevin O'Connell. Sam Darnold must have been an inspiration. He was amazing last year. He had
Sam
years to learn the
Darnold.
He's gonna be
playbooks.
starting to catch ghosts if his inspiration is Sam Darnold.
All right, buddy.
Exactly.
Sam Darnold played great. He lost his confidence last couple games, but I think we can overlook that and just be
Those are
thankful that
those are
he
those
was
are the
introduced to
games
the
you can't
franchise.
be losing your confidence in now.
All right, man. Give him a break,
It's
man.
Sam Darnold. It's
He
Sam
had an
Darnold. There's not much
incredible
to say.
season. He was in the MVP conversation in my mind, above Josh Allen. I'm just saying that right now. No
No,
need to start,
no,
start a whole debate.
not
No. Oh
not in a
no.
He
million
was. He
years.
was. He was. He was. Just because he doesn't rush. I mean, Josh Allen's a good rusher and all that. We don't need to go on a tangent right
Oh.
here, but
Oh
Bro,
no.
Darnold
Josh
is really good.
Allen. Josh Allen was a walking highlight reel
Okay.
Oh
every
yeah,
Okay.
single
man.
day.
No. I'm going to compare
Let
now
me
because
finish.
you
Let me
just.
finish.
You, okay. Fine.
Let me
And then
finish the
I'll
Panthers thing. Okay,
go
let me
ahead.
finish
Go
the
ahead.
Panthers
Go
thing.
ahead.
Okay, I don't think they're gonna win the NFC South, but they're still gonna be great. They have great people on offense. Cuba, Ted McKillen,
Chuba's
Bryce
great,
Young,
then bro. Come on,
Bryce
bro.
Young, Bryce Young. You guys love Bryce Young. I know you guys love Bryce Young. And the only part where they're really lacking is the linebackers. They picked up a bunch of new D lines from like defensive linemen from like the Chiefs, Eagles, and like this other guy. Where they're really lacking, and they have JC Horn as the cornerback, who's great. Where they're really lacking is the linebackers. They just literally today they just lost one of their linebackers, and their linebackers are just it's just that's their biggest weakness. Which that can't be your biggest weakness in an NFL team. So that's really gonna affect them.
That's true. How do you feel about Ted McMillan? Are you high on him?
Bro, I love him. At
Honestly,
the
like
when I
him.
was watching the draft, I wanted the Panthers to take Tower Warren. You know him,
Mm.
but and because he's right there, and they're
Yeah.
like Ted McKillen, and I'm like, who is this guy? And then he's kind of grown on me. I think he's gonna be great.
Yeah, that will be interesting with Bryce Young. I don't think they're anywhere close to playoff team, but they're slowly getting that rebuild potentially. I see it happening. Um, but hey, best of luck. Best of luck.
Best of luck.
All right, wild card, wild card teams for me. Lions in the 5 because they're not winning the North. They gotta be up there in the wild card teams. Commanders 6. They're obviously a great team. Jaden Daniels could have a slight fall off. It's hard to be that good as he was in his rookie season again, but we're gonna have to see about that. I don't know if they're gonna sign Scary Terry again. Did you guys hear anything about that? I don't know if they got to
That's
commit
a
to that
weird
because I
situation.
think they need him for the offense.
That's a weird
Yeah,
situation. They're pulling a bit of a Bengals and kind of holding up that contract, and he did not come to
they
training camp
are.
day one, which I'd be very scared about. I love Scary Terry. I don't know why they'd hold out on their
Mhm.
receiver one who played out of his mind last season.
Yeah,
He's
for sure.
great.
Yeah,
If they
Daniels
lose
could not have
him,
done it without him. I'd say that's
exactly,
definitely
Hundred
true.
exactly.
100%.
And then 7 Rams. Like this is just such a solid NFC. That like we
Mm-hmm.
got we got 10 great teams in here. I don't think that's crazy to say that there's gonna
Yeah,
be some good
100%.
teams that miss the playoffs this year.
100%.
Panthers not included.
No, 11 great teams. I meant to say it.
All right, go ahead, Max.
All right. I like those picks. All right. 5, I have Commanders. You boys both mentioned everything about them. They're just a lovely team. Jen Daniels already looking like one of the best QBs in the NFL. He already looks like he has multiple years of NFL experience under his belt in his first year. Maybe he won't be able to top what he did his rookie season because of how just phenomenal he was. But I just love this Commanders team. They also picked up Larry Tunzel to bolster up that old line and make sure Jane Daniels doesn't get hurt, which I love. And then they took a flyer on Debo, which had a bit of an off year with the Niners, but I think the role he will have with the Commanders, barring Terry McLaurin and whatever happens with him, is done. I think he's going to be great with that team, and they're going to be able to utilize him with the running position. I don't know if you guys know this, but he gets used in like I guess the running back position a little bit, and he's honestly pretty good. And looking at the running backs, if they utilize him right, and Dan Quinn utilizes a lot of players right. I think this team could be so scary. I think Debo could be resurged, and this team is gonna go maybe even like a 12-5. I don't really know. The Eagles are just looking better than them, just for the sole fact Super Bowl winners and their rosters better than them. But besides that, the Commanders are just looking phenomenal. And then 6, I have the Vikings.
I wouldn't be
Looking at it,
surprised.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I like that. I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles actually lost to the Commanders in the East. I mean, if the Commanders took the division,
It's
I think
it's
the
it's an
Eagles,
interesting.
they're so reliant on all their pieces. If they lose a Barkley, even if they lose an AJ Brown or obviously Jalen Hurts, I think the Eagles might fall apart as a team. But they just got that super solid all around, so it's gonna be tough
Yeah,
to get rid of them unless there's an injury.
100%. Okay, and then 6 Vikings. I have them falling off a little bit. Um, excuse me. I don't know. I don't fully get the JJ McCarthy hype. I like him as a player. He was great in Michigan. He already had a year to develop. I wouldn't say develop, but he already had a year in the NFL system to kind of understand it, understand the Vikings playbook, and get that chance to, like you kind of said, under like learn a little bit, understand Darnold. And now this year he'll be going into it, and we'll see what he does. I don't think he's gonna be like as good as you think he is, but I think he still think he should be pretty good. And then 7, I have the Packers. I honestly, they're just looking like a good team. There's not much else to say. They're not like that top tier. They're not in the Eagles Lions category. They're not in the Commanders category. Maybe not even the Rams. But they drafted Matthew Golden, which honestly I think he's gonna shoot up for them as a wide receiver one. I don't know if you remember Josh Jacobs saying pre-draft that they need a receiver one, calling out his own receivers, saying that they
Mhm.
need one badly, and that's what the Packers did. They stole Matthew Golden at like pick 22 or something. I think it's gonna be great for them. And then I think Jane Reed, he's not great, but he's not a bad receiver too, I guess. And they didn't do much else. They signed an O lineman from the Niners, but besides that, they're just looking like a complete team. And Josh Jacobs is looking great once again. I think he's gonna be one of the best running backs in the league. Xavier McKinney, arguably the best safety in the league, helping I guess carry that defense a little bit with losing Jair. And yeah, they're just a great team. And then I know you boys didn't do the rest, so I'll just spitfire the rest of them. 8 out of the Niners, 9 out of the Falcons, 10 Bears, 11 Cowboys, 12 Cardinals, 13 Panthers, 14 Seahawks, 15 Saints, and 16 Giants.
Cardinals
What?
over Seahawks is crazy.
Bro, you have
You
Bears
said
above Panthers?
I have the Bears
okay.
at the
Bears did
10.
have a good rebuild. To be fair, I think the entire NFC North is gonna have a better record than the Panthers.
100%.
Every single team.
What am I hearing?
100%.
You put in Bears?
100%.
Oh, I can't even. I can't even. Bro,
Like,
when
I'm
they're
not even
in
doing that to make you
West,
mad. I'm just doing that because the Panthers are not looking like a complete NFL team yet with Bryce Young under their belt. Bryce Young, he will be good. I'm not saying he won't, but he needs more time in the NFL. He's not one of those guys that's going to hop in the league like a Jaden Daniels or a year one CJ Stroud and just show off what he can do because he didn't do that first year. That first year, he didn't do anything. Second year, he got benched for I don't even remember his name, but Andy Dalton. You got benched for Andy Dalton. Third year he will be better, but the Panthers just not looking like a team that can compete in this stacked, like Odin said, 10 teams could make the playoffs this year. That's stacked NFC. I just don't see them being
bro,
that good.
what do you mean Bryce Young hopping into the league? He's been in the league, and after he got benched, he had a great season. And the Panthers have one of the easiest schedules I've ever seen. And They could literally go 7-0 in their first 7 weeks. I'm not even
Okay,
joking. If you look at the
they do
schedule,
have they do have the fifth easiest schedule in the league. I don't
yeah.
know if that's going to do it for him, though. I'm sorry, man. I just don't think Bryce Young has it. I think it's great that the team, I think you can be very happy that the team found their quarterback, which a lot of
Hmm.
teams don't have right now.
You're
Um,
right. You're right.
I don't think that's enough, though. They need more pieces. Chuba Hubbard can't do all the work. You know what I'm saying? Like they got it. They need some more help.
But they got a great receiver core. They got Xavier Leggett, Adam Thielen, T Mac.
Adam Thielen, bro, he's like 55.
Yeah, whatever. He's still like a solid wide receiver. He's a great wide receiver three.
Okay. I don't know, man. All right. Okay, wait. Can you say it again? Can you say your full NFC one more time, Max?
All right. So 8 is the Niners, 9 is the Falcons, 10 is the Bears, 11 is the Cowboys, 12 is the Cardinals, 13 is the Panthers, 14 Seahawks. I just don't see them being that good this year. 15 is the
Seahawks?
Saints. Yeah,
Oh, you
15 the
don't like Darnold.
Saints.
You're a Darnold hater, huh?
I hate Darnold. He's good. Okay. He had a
Jesus,
good
man.
season with the Vikings, 100%, but he's not gonna be that good with the Seahawks. 15 Saints, they're just kind of ass. 16 Giants, same thing, they're ass, but they also have a good future.
Do they have a good future? They haven't found their guy. I
They
don't know.
do.
Are they
They
doing
have
good
Jackson
rebuilding?
Dart. They picked up Dart and
Oh,
Abdul Carter
okay.
in the draft,
I do like Jackson Dart. I do like Jackson Dart.
and obviously
Jackson
Malik
Dart's
Neighbors.
awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like this
Do you guys
Giants
have
team in a few years, but for now, no.
for sure. Hopefully they get a nice. They should get an early draft pick next year, so
Hundred
maybe they can
percent. I
pick
can
up
see them
a.
getting pick one or two.
Yeah, for sure. Do you guys got playoff brackets made?
Mm-hmm. You know what? I
All
think we'll
right.
go. I think we should go like round by round. So I can go first. So for the wild card round, I had the Bills with one, so they get the bye, and then we got 2 Ravens versus 7 Bengals. Pretty easy matchup for the Ravens. Ravens come on top. 3 Chiefs versus 6 Broncos. Same idea, pretty easy for the Chiefs. Maybe Broncos put up a bit more of a fight, but Chiefs get the easy win. And then 4 versus 5 Texans versus Chargers. I honestly have it being a pretty close matchup, but I have the Chargers coming on top. I don't think the Texans are really going to be doing that much in the playoffs. So yes, Stroud has won both wildcard matchups his first 2 years, but I honestly just don't see them being that good, and they are not a better team than the Chargers. So I have the Chargers coming on top there. And then I'll just say my NFC wild card, and then I'll let you boys go. Okay, so one was the Eagles. My one was the Eagles, so they get the bye. We got the 2 Lions versus 7 Packers. I have this being a pretty easy matchup for the Lions. Lions come on top here. 3 Rams versus 6 Vikings. This honestly is a pretty close matchup, but I have the Rams winning once again, the rematch. And then 4 versus 5 Bucks versus Commanders. Commanders are pretty good, and they're pretty much a better team than them. I have Commanders. I think it'll be close. It'll be a little bit close like last year. Bit of rematch. Or not bit. It is a rematch, but I have the Commanders coming out top there. Okay. When you boys can go.
All right. Okay, so my bye in the AFC is the Ravens. The first matchup, Bills 2 seed versus Raiders 7 seed. I got a crazy upset happening. Bills out first round of the playoffs. Raiders winning that game and
Oh
advancing.
no.
The next game is Chiefs 3 seed, Steelers 6 seed. I have another upset. Steelers winning that game against the Chiefs. So the Chiefs and the Bills are both going to be out in the first round. It's going to happen. Trust me. The next game, Broncos 5 seed, Jaguars 4 seed. It's going to be a Broncos domination, I think. They're insane defense. Jaguars are not going to be able to get through. And then, yeah, should I do NFC too?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do my NFC. All right. The bye, the Niners get the bye. By the way, no Niners. Niners are not making the playoffs. Neither do you think. You guys do
No.
not have the Niners in the playoff.
It's close. I have them
That's
the 8 seed.
brutal,
Oh,
man.
I have
oh,
them
I
being a
know.
close to
8
the
seed.
Packers, but
Okay. All right. Eagles 2 seed, Rams 7 seed. Rams are gonna defeat the Eagles in the first round. The Rams
I don't hate
are gonna
that.
have an amazing season, and I think they're gonna get rid of the Eagles. That's gonna be a brutal hit for the Eagles team, but they got to do it. Vikings 3 seed, Commander 6 seed. Vikings are gonna win that. Daniels not gonna be the same. I'm not biased at all. I think McCarthy if the Vikings make it to the 3 seed, I think they're going to go very far in the playoffs. I think that's fair to say. Buccaneers 4 seed, Lions 5 seed. The Lions are going to win that. It's not going to be close. And then Niners bye.
All right.
Got some upsets going on. Go ahead, Anderson.
I do not have my playoff bracket made, but I would like to make a comment. What were you just saying? Oh yeah, I think when the Rams go against the Eagles again in the playoffs, I think it's going to be Rams all day long. The only reason why they really lost that game was because Saquon's kind of like a human cheat code. But now that they have gone against Saquon, I think they know how to stop it now. Because in that, they were having a lot of success. Like Puka, Stafford were having great games. Verse was having a great game. It was just a Saquon like that they could not stop. And now that they have experience going up against them in the playoffs, I think they'll be ready for next year. And Rams, I think they're going to do really good in the playoffs.
For sure. I
Yeah.
like that.
Okay. So I'll go to the divisional round next. It's 1 Bills versus 5 Chargers. I have the Bills taking care of the Chargers pretty easily here. 2 Ravens versus 3 Chiefs. I have it being a pretty close matchup, but I have the Chiefs coming on top. And then in the NFC, I have Eagles Commanders. I also have this being a really close matchup. Both teams are pretty, like we already mentioned so much about both teams. They're both pretty complete teams, but I have the Eagles coming out on top once again. And then we got another Lions Rams rematch, and I have the Lions coming on top once again. Pretty close matchup as well, but I just like this Lions team, and I could definitely see them making it all the way to the NFC Championship. Odin?
All right. Should I do my divisional round?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the 1 seed Ravens versus the 7 seed Raiders. Ravens are going to win that. Unfortunately, the Raiders' amazing season is going to end, but I think the fans will be satisfied. And then we got the 6 seed Steelers against the 5 seed Broncos. That's going to be a great game. But at the end of the day, I got the Steelers moving on. They're going to take the win. They're going to break their curse and make it to the AFC Championship match. So that's going to be a great game.
All right, and then do NFC.
NFC? Okay. So we got the 7 seed Rams are going to play the 1 seed 49ers. And I messed up the bracket here. I got the Rams winning that though for sure. The Niners, most of the reason I had them going 1 seed was how easy their schedule was. I think they're going to be a better team than last year, but I don't think they're going to be the best just because they're the 1 seed. So I do got the Rams winning that. And then the Vikings, the 3 seed Vikings against the 5 seed Lions. This is going to be a crazy matchup. But at the end of the day, the Vikings are going to take the win, defeating the Lions. I think they're both going to take a game when they play in the regular season. The Vikings are going to win that all day, though. McCarthy's going to throw a bomb to Jefferson in the end zone to take the win 4th quarter. I see it happening. So yeah,
Try to manifest it. All right,
yeah.
and then AFC Championship. I got the Battle of the Titans. We got the rematch for the 17th million time. Bills versus Chiefs. This is the closest game you could get. This is the most entertaining game you could get in these playoffs. And I have my Bills finally fighting their demons, finally beating their demons. Bills are going to the Super Bowl. They are beating the Chiefs. I can see it in my mind, just like you manifested. I can see Josh Allen throwing up a dime, 98-yard touchdown to Keon Coleman in the end zone, last minute Hail Mary. Keon Coleman wins the game to take us to the Super Bowl. Okay, and then in the NFC, I have a Eagles
Wait. Let me do
versus
my AFC
Lions.
first. Let me do my AFC first.
Okay.
Hey, let me do my AFC Championship game
I can
first.
see Josh Allen throwing a pick. When you're saying I can imagine him throw, I can imagine Josh Allen throwing a pick in the Chiefs. And I think Chiefs might get Bills again, Max.
Look,
I think they
it's
could.
100%. I obviously have a lot of bias into this, but at the same time, I just have confidence in the Bills.
They can do every year, man. Bills fans do every year. But all right, we'll move on. So I got the Steelers versus the Ravens in the AFC Championship matchup to determine the AFC champion. The Ravens are going to take that, moving on to the Super Bowl. I think that's a pretty self-explanatory one. Bills out first round is going to be an upset, but the Ravens are going to think, "Oh, this is my opportunity. Easy matchup to get to the Super Bowl." They're going to do it.
All right.
All right,
And
NFC.
then for my NFC, I have the Eagles versus Lions. Most of these matchups in the playoffs are pretty close, like you said, with how many good teams there are. But I have the Eagles coming on top. I have them heading to the Super Bowl once again. They're just a great team. Saquon Barkley is gonna try his best to run around that Lions D line, which is very good, and I think he will do well with that. And I just have this Eagles team, I guess, overpowering the Lions in a way, having a bit of a better offense. And then I have my Super Bowl stage set with the Bills versus Eagles. And
All right,
yeah,
don't say your champion yet. Don't say your champion
you
yet.
say your NFC first.
All right, 3rd seed Vikings against the 7th seed Rams in the NFC Championship. It's gonna be an amazing game. Matchup last year, the Vikings
Mm-hmm.
lost twice to the Rams last season, and they're gonna win this one. They're gonna do it. They're gonna finally make the Super Bowl. And it's their year this year. Rams are gonna get taken down. I'm not biased. I just see McCarthy having a great season, and if he does, all the pieces are finally going to connect for the Vikings team and for the Vikings fans and for the state of Minnesota. This is our year, baby. Let's do it.
All right, we got
Vikings, Ravens, Super
you got a
Bowl.
all purple Super Bowl going on there. I like that. Okay.
I do. I do. I do.
Before I'm gonna say, I'm gonna just let Harrison just predict his Super Bowl winner. I guess. Just say who you
My
think is gonna
Super
win the
Bowl
Super Bowl.
winner.
Yeah.
Um, I think the Lions.
Okay.
I
Well,
think the Lions are going to win the Super
what's
Bowl.
your
I
explanation?
think it's gonna be
Let's hear.
Lions. Why? Actually,
The Lions are
even
going to beat the Eagles in the NFC Championship.
even though I just said a comment about how I think the Chiefs might win against the Bills. Actually, I don't. I think going. Like, I'm going to change what I just said. I think it's the Super Bowl is going to be Bills Lions, which almost happened last year. I think it's going to happen this year, and then
Okay.
the
Yeah,
Lions
that'd
are
be a
going to
great
win.
one.
Okay.
Lions are going to win. Okay. They're
Hmm.
not going to be super injured this season. I think that's super possible if they stay healthy. I
Yeah,
don't know.
definitely can
I
be.
don't like Jared Goff really as a quarterback, but I think
Yeah,
he with it. He's basically giving it to him on a platter with the team he has. So,
Yeah.
all
yeah.
right. What do you
Okay.
think, Max? Let's hear
Um,
it,
I'll go first. I'll let the guys go second. So
Max.
Bills versus
Facts.
Eagles. Can you not hear me?
Max, Max. You here?
Wake up.
Hello.
Oh no, you can't
Uh,
hear us.
hello.
I can't hear him either. Did I still go?
Oh,
There
Oh,
you
you're
go.
back. You're back. You're back.
you
We
can see
editor, cut
me.
that part out.
It's fine. We'll keep it in.
Yeah?
I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I'm too lazy to edit it. All right. So the
Yeah, come on.
final showdown in where's the Super Bowl this year? Remind me. What city is it in this year?
It's in.
We don't
Where is it
know.
at?
Okay.
Is it in San Francisco? No?
Was it? Wait,
I
wait, hold
think it
on.
might be.
It's in. Okay, no.
What? Okay, no, never mind. Oh yeah, it's in San Francisco.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we're in San Francisco. We got a juggernaut matchup of the Bills versus the Eagles. I have this being the closest matchup of the playoffs by far. I have Saquon running around that Bills D line because the Bills D line does need some work. I have Josh Allen throwing a shit ton of touchdowns, and I have it being, like I said, the closest matchup. And I am full bias on this one. I 100% know, and you guys can clown on me all you want, but the Buffalo Bills are going to be your 2026 Super Bowl champions. It's going to happen. Josh Allen is your Super Bowl MVP. No doubt in my mind. He's throwing for four passing touchdowns. He's going to get two rushing touchdowns. He's going to get another
My
receiving touchdown because
goodness.
why the fuck not? Josh Allen will be your Super Bowl MVP. The Bills will win the 2026 Super Bowl. Book it, mark it, clown on me if it doesn't happen when you look back on this in the year, but I don't care. It's going to happen.
You guys both picked your favorite teams to win the championship.
Whoa,
And
whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
say
whoa! I
mine.
did
Whoa,
not.
whoa, whoa. He
I
didn't
would
say it.
never pick. I got my Super Bowl right here. Ravens Vikings. It's gonna be an amazing one. I love Nah, I can't do it, man. I can't pick my team to win. The Ravens are too solid this year. I got the Ravens winning. I got Derrick Henry, Super Bowl MVP. He's just gonna fly by that Vikings linebackers. That's what I'm worried about. That's what Jahmyr Gibbs did last game of last season of the regular season against the Vikings, and I'm scared it's gonna happen again in the Super Bowl. But it was an amazing season, and we made it. Next year we get the win. But for now, the Ravens are taking this dub with Lamar and Derrick Henry.
Okay. I like that
Bro,
Ravens. I
Vikings
like that Ravens prediction.
Vikings have great linebackers. Like Ivan Pace Jr. and the other guy, they're great.
Yeah.
They
They
also
are
picked
they
up
are great.
two good guys, Jonathan Allen and what's the other guy's name?
What's his name? They got
It's just
Blake Cash. Is that his name? I
Javon
think it's.
Hargrave or something. I don't really know.
Oh yeah. They picked up some good guys. That was the weakness though against the Lions though last season. Jahmyr Gibbs just flew by him, and so they were really consistent last season. The rushing defense, but they were also playing some bum ass teams. So I don't know. You
mm,
can't really tell. This season we'll really find out. Test those guys. Ivan Pace is really good though.
he's great, man.
All
All
right,
right, there we go. Super Bowl champions.
there we go.
Anything else to say, or should we wrap it up?
Harrison, you got any final comments? You're a bit silent there at the end.
I have like a million things to say. But are we gonna do offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year,
I actually like that. You want to
MVP?
pull that up? You want to do that up real quickly? Let's cook that up real quick, okay?
Yeah.
I'll just go. I'll go. I'm pretty confident in
Okay,
my takes
okay.
already. Okay,
Yeah,
so
same.
we got Jamar Chase. There's not much else to
Nah,
say. He's
he's not
better
going to
than
do it
Jettas.
again. He's not going
He's
to do it
better
again.
than Jettas.
No. Well, okay. Whoa,
Um,
whoa, 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 whoa. You think he's receiver one? You think he's wide receiver one in the league?
one
You think he's better
thousand
than Justin
percent,
Jefferson?
one thousand
You're
percent.
crazy. You're crazy, bro. One good year and he's better than the GOAT? Are you crazy,
The
bro?
goat,
He's gonna be
the
Justin
goat,
Jefferson's gonna be the greatest of all
the
time in
goat.
5 years. You're gonna
What?
see this season. You're gonna be saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I should never have said something so blasphemous." You're crazy, bro. Get that out of here. I'm
Oh
taking Justin Jefferson even
no!
in fantasy over Jamar Chase. Hell
Oh
yeah.
no! Oh
Fuck out of here.
no!
Fuck out of here.
Okay, fuck. Okay,
Offensive player of
Jamar
the year is
Chase. Okay,
crazy.
Jamar Chase, oh boy. Aiden Hutchinson, depoy. He's also gonna win comeback player of the year. That's something different.
Yeah.
And then MVP. There's a few guys in the running, but I'm gonna go unbiased here. It's gonna go to Lamar. I love Josh Allen, and I just at this point, they're not gonna give Josh Allen two in a row, even if he is better, which
Yeah.
could happen. But I think Lamar is gonna take the MVP. He's going to like you think he's gonna carry that team to the Super Bowl, which very well could happen. But I just think he's gonna be great in the regular season. He's surrounded by good pieces. Derrick Henry, but I think he's gonna carry that Ravens team, and he's gonna be good enough to win that MVP. Simple as that.
MVP for me, I think if the Vikings have what it takes to make the Super Bowl, I think McCarthy's getting that MVP.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
think it's crazy to say that.
Real.
I don't think
Do
it's
it. Do
crazy to
it.
say that. I'm so dead
Okay,
ass. I don't think it's crazy to
real.
say that.
Okay, real.
He's
Now say your real MVP. Say your real MVP now.
no 100% serious. He's gonna be the real MVP. They
Get
got
this
rushing
guy
threats
out of
now, Jordan
here.
Mason and Aaron Jones. They're gonna be watching out for that, and McCarthy's just gonna come around the back and score rushing touchdown after rushing touchdown. Got the strongest receivers in the league again. Justin Jefferson, best receiver. Jordan Addison, one of the best wide receiver twos. He's just an easy path ahead of him to get that MVP, and I think he's going to do it. So yeah, he's going to get the MVP. Offensive Player of the Year. You go ahead, Harrison. What's your MVP? I got to think about this Offensive Player of the
Okay,
Year.
I'll say all of mine. So my
Yeah.
offensive player of the year, I'm gonna give it to Gibbs.
Okay,
Defensive
I
player
like
of the
that.
year, I'm gonna give it to Hutchinson. Defensive rookie of the year, Abdul Carter.
Okay.
Mm.
Offensive rookie of the year, Genty. And for my MVP, I have Joe Burrow carrying his terrible
Okay.
Ooh,
team.
I like
I
that.
actually like
Okay.
that a lot.
Okay. I'll
And
say my overall.
comeback player of the year,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
comeback player of the year, I think is be Bryce Young.
Okay.
Okay, bro.
That's interesting.
It's not
Okay.
that's not even crazy. That's not
Every
even
game's
Okay.
gonna be
crazy.
a comeback with that shitty ass team.
Let me say my O Roy and D Roy real quick. I'll go O Roy. I'll like Genty as well, and then D Roy. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I
I
like
like
that
Travis
Abdul
Hunter as
Carter.
the offense as the rookie of the year.
I think.
I think he's going to be amazing. Wait, could he get offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year? Can they do
it's
that?
not never gonna happen. Okay, yeah, I like Abdul.
They
Abdul's
probably
gonna win
won't.
D-Roy. Abdul's gonna win D-Roy. Hunter's not
Abdul's
gonna win
good, yeah.
either. Hunter's not gonna win if he plays both positions. He won't win either because he's not gonna be good enough at either position.
He's playing as like
That's
the
what I think.
CB3 though, and like the receiver too. So I think he
Yeah.
can. I don't know,
All right.
but I like these up and coming receivers too. Could sneak out. Malik
Yeah.
Neighbors, Brian
Odin.
Thomas.
Oh, let's hear the O point and D point.
Offensive player of the year. I like who do I like here? I'm thinking Christian McCaffrey. I think he's gonna with that redemption. 49ers 1 seed.
Whoa.
I think he's gonna get it.
Whoa.
Defensive player of the year.
That's not crazy.
I don't know. Who do I like here? Who won it last year?
It was Pat Surtain.
Yeah, they're not going to give it to him again, though.
No.
I don't know. What do you boys say?
I said
Both said
Aiden
Hutchinson.
Hutchinson.
Yeah, Hutchinson was. Didn't he have like 7.5 sacks in 5 games before he got injured?
Four
Something
games,
crazy like
yes.
that. 4 games? Oh my. Okay, that's ridiculous. I don't know. I think it could be Crosby. I like Max Crosby taking it.
Okay, I don't hate that. He could have a good season with the Raiders,
I think,
good enough to win.
yeah, Raiders are going to be strong. Yeah, for sure.
That's not
All
crazy.
right.
Okay, I like that.
Should we wrap things up?
All right, I'll wrap it up real quick. So, thank you everybody for watching. I hope we have more than like 5 viewers. But thanks everybody for watching. And you boys want to say anything real quick before I actually sign it off?
I just want to say that this podcast is just going to keep getting better and better. And this is only our first episode. Didn't have that much preparation, and just keep watching until the episodes are only going to get better. That's all I got to say. And
Tune
thank you.
in during the NFL season for live weekly updates, or maybe bi-weekly. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much, Max, for having me on. It was great chatting with you boys, getting to hear your opinions.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see Jamar Chase is not what you think he is, Max.
And yeah, go Panthers.
Oh.
I think that's what they're trying to say. They said I heard them say go Panthers. So great season. Great season.
All right.
We will see about that one. All right.
Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you boys for both coming on. It was a lovely time. We were speaking over each other because we all had shit to say. But thank you boys for coming on, and everybody who watched. Thanks for tuning in to the Red Zone, and I'll see you next time.